We all want to be more confident. I understand. And honestly, it's a pretty easy fix. I used to be very insecure about myself. I didn't have anything going for me in my life, to be honest. I would constantly compare myself to others, and I didn't really understand why. When I set a meaningful goal for myself is when, and I actually did the actions that those goals required, is when I started to gain confidence in myself. So you have to do the actions that will reinforce your desired outcome. So think of yourself right now in 10 years. Where do you want to be? Think about it in your head, visualize it. Who are you? What do you look like? How attractive are you? How confident are you? You gain your confidence through the actions that reinforce your desired outcome. If the best version of me goes to the gym every day and I go to the gym every day, then that is me stepping into that identity. Once you understand where you want to be, who is that person? What are they doing? What actions are they taking? Are they wasting their time? Are they constantly procrastinating? Are they playing video games? What is that best version of you? Imagine it. It's going to be different for everybody. For me, it's physically fit, great mental health, really close to God, and very confident. That is where I want to be. That is my desired outcome. So the actions that you take on a daily basis have to align with the identity that you want. When you take those actions, you step into that identity, which will then create the outcome. A lot of people think that outcomes create your identity, but it's flip flopped. Identity creates your outcomes. You embodying the future version of you will create the outcomes that the future version of you will create. I break my actions down into small little things. So for me, the small actionable step for me getting physically fit is going to the gym. Me becoming financially free is recording a YouTube video. Me becoming more mentally strong comes from meditation. So what you have to do is essentially break down the little actions that you must take to get you to where you want to be. That in itself will build your confidence because you are getting closer to the version of you that you really want to become. And this is why I was insecure because I wasn't doing anything that was progressing my life forward. Your confidence comes from within. It does not come from your external circumstances. Let's say you're super confident every day when you're at the gym because that's what you've been doing for the past 5 or 6 years. And then that gym rat is put into like robotics club. Do you think he's still going to be confident in his ability? No. It comes from the fact that you reinforce your identity to produce that future outcome of you. So that bodybuilder's future outcome is him getting jacked if he isn't already. That's his future outcome. Now, the robotics student's future outcome is to get really good at robotics. So if you put the robotics student in the gym session, then he's not going to be confident because that's not his desired outcome. So you have to break your identity and your future outcomes down into small actionable steps. And that's why fake it till you make it doesn't work because you don't do the small actions that are going to progress your life forward to that future outcome, wherever that is for you. You can't scream affirmations to yourself in the mirror if they're not true. Affirmations can be very powerful if you actually believe that about yourself. Like if you scream at yourself that I'm attractive and I get all these girls and I'm physically fit, but you're not any of those things, then deep down you know that. So it's not going to work. But if you are those things, if you take those actionable small steps every single day, then you can say that you are those things. Or if not, you can say that you're eventually going to be those things. I'm eventually going to be physically fit. I'm eventually going to be mentally sound. I'm eventually going to attract a lot of girls. It's just those small actionable steps. So figure out what those actionable steps for you are that will get you to your desired outcome. It also comes down to a heck of a lot of consistency because you can't go to the gym once and be like, yeah, I'm physically fit. Like, that's just not, it's not the way it goes. You have to be consistent to eventually get to that outcome. But what I'm trying to say is you stepping into that identity. You going to the gym, even if you're skinny, even if you're fat, you going to the gym that day reinforces the identity that you are a physically fit person. You are somebody that doesn't skip the gym. And that identity will carry out eventually until you get to that desired outcome, whatever that is. Because I am recording a YouTube video, I am reinforcing the identity of a successful content creator. You also have to be really aware of your thoughts. And this is very difficult because you've been trained your whole life to just go. Not think about what you're doing, just go. Your brain's telling you this, oh, okay, it probably doesn't mean anything. No. When you have a negative thought, it is because your brain is in survival mode. The reason why you have negative thoughts is because your brain wants you to change. But this really contradicts itself because your brain will also tell you things that aren't true. So, what I've come to realize and what I've started to do is meditate. And this is mainly so I can really focus and dial in on my negative thoughts. When they appear in my head, I'm able to take them and discard them. The visual that I like to do is basically put my negative thought in a box and then hand it over to God. That's what I like to do. And really analyze that thought before you do that. Really think to yourself, okay, is this thought true? And if it is true, what can I do to change whatever that thought is thinking about? Or if it's not true, understand that it's not true and just discard it. I was a king of negative thoughts. And that's what held me back my whole life. I always thought that I was a loser because I didn't want to do anything that required hard work or sacrifice. I just wanted to stay in my own little bubble of comfortability. The bubble of comfort drowned me in insecurity because I was looking at all these other dudes that seem to have made it and seem to be so confident when speaking to girls or super successful in their business or just these things that I wanted personally. And it was only when I realized that my subconscious mind was weighing me down is when I broke free of that. Because I was able to recognize my thoughts and then discard them. It's a very powerful skill and it's a very powerful tool that will carry you throughout your life. Confidence also takes time to build. I realized that it's going to take a while for me to get confident and comfortable speaking on camera. Building confidence takes a lot of time. Me becoming confident and becoming comfortable speaking on camera is going to take a while. Years, maybe. But I'm willing to do that. So you have to expand your time horizon. You have to understand that confidence is not going to come in a day, it's not going to come in a week, and it might not even come in a year. It's more about reinforcing the identity of the person that you wish to become in the future. Again, I'm not that great at speaking on camera. I started my YouTube channel 2 months ago. It's better than it was before, but I'm still working on it. I'm not too confident speaking on camera yet, but this confidence will grow as I repeat and stay consistent. And as I keep recording videos, it will get better. So things for you will get better. Your physique is going to get better. Your confidence is going to get better. Anything you do repeatedly, any skill that you do repeatedly will get better over time. And with that becomes more confidence. Stop letting your negative thoughts hold you back. Break free. Give those negative thoughts to God. Understand if they're true. And carry out the actions that you need to carry out to become the person that you wish to become in the future. If you do those two things, I promise you, you will build confidence. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.